Hello there.
Hello there.
General Kenobi. Oh no! Hello everybody, my name is Puppetine from the Geeky Puppet Show here on the Geeky Puppet Show. Today, for what? Book of Boba Fett. A new episode has come out, and it is time for our review. Joining me, as always, there is a Zach. It seems to be Zach Prime, but
Yes, I am the prime one. I am the original, the OG, the New Hope, the episode 4. What I don't know any other words to give myself.
well, until you called yourself the New Hope, I was okay there.
Well, that's the first one. And I mean, I got the New Hope or the Phantom Menace, depending on
Well,
how you look
back
at things.
in somebody's day, it was just Star Wars.
That's true. That is true.
It wasn't my day. It was
Not
somebody.
mine. Not mine either. Might have been my dad's.
But we have some people, a lot of people who are not tuning in because they have their own stuff to do. But crazy felt covered kids. Are you felt covered?
You know, if I don't shave, it typically takes about a week, but it's felt-ish.
So the thumbnail, they got to see it while they were waiting for the show. Who's that? Boba Felt. Oh, because it's me.
That's good. That's a good one. I like that one.
But he will be checking it out later because he also has to watch the show. Well, I understand. I'd wait a few days if I could, but at the same time, you didn't have to put your face that closely.
Wait, what?
Your face, it got really close.
Oh, did it really? It
was like this.
Was it?
Yeah. Back up. It's getting a little weird.
Sorry.
Sorry.
There can only be one big head on the screen at a time, I guess.
That's right. But I'd understand. I'd wait a couple days too. But at the same time, if you do that, you are losing in this game that we play called content. So I will go ahead and put up a spoiler tag as we discuss this episode. So the spoilers start now. Boba Fett dies.
That's right. The Sarlacc gets him again. That was actually really shocking. I can't believe they went with the same death again.
The Sarlacc too. It was insane.
I know. Well, this was it's like Jaws 2, where it's still a shark, but it's a different one that comes back after the first one dies. Apparently, this other Sarlacc got the signal that the first one died, so it came back to avenge its mate or something.
Jaws 4, The Revenge.
There's got to be another Sarlacc, and this one's going to go up into space and chase someone.
Zach, we're already in space.
You know what I mean? Like in floating up there. No. It's going to attach itself to an X-Wing or something.
That was a joke. Boba Fett does not die. This is his show. This is the 3rd episode. He's going to stick around some. But he's under some threats. It starts out really with this one guy coming up and saying, "Hey, I have some punk kids who aren't paying what they owe me.
Get them off my lawn.
If you want my respect, you're going to do this." Boba Fett goes to them, and they're cyborg kids, so they put droid parts on them.
Yeah, which is actually pretty cool. That was actually a pretty cool concept. I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Boba Fett talks to him a minute and saying, "Well, I kind of get that. One second. Let's see how good you are. How good you seem." Because they do kind of threaten him as he comes up. Oh yeah,
they're a very smart aleck group of youngsters, a group of whippersnappers.
And, but Boba, being Boba, he pays 500 to the old man that came up and said, "Get these dang kids to pay me money," and says, "You're going to take that, you're going to accept that, and you're going to do business right, unless you want to go to Mos Eisley."
A wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah, and he hires the kids, it seems, to work for him.
Right, because what was it? They were in a worker's district, but there was no work. to go around. I think
Yep.
that's what it was. So yeah, so he through these episodes, you see he's just like continuously he's on a hiring spree. He hires the Gamorreans. Now he's got this group of kids.
Yep.
And the kids are really the thing I have issue with. The one thing I had issue with, these kids speeders.
Yes, these kids have these speeders that are all different colors.
It's like Hot Wheels
yes,
in
you
space.
do.
Yes, you should watch them skip. It is fun. Yeah, my one thing is that it's 4 speeders and they're each a primary color. It looks like they stole them from the Teletubbies or the Power Rangers or something. They're just very bright and flashy. It kind of clashes against the whole rest of the
Listen. George Lucas is sitting where he is right now, and he's thinking, "Yeah, I'd do that too. Now I have 4 new toys that I can sell."
You can sell toys with slightly duller paint jobs. Like even the pod racers aren't
But
this flashy and colorful.
It's not as flashy as your nice bright red speeder.
It's just weird because they each look a different color. It's just really weird. I just think it's weird. Maybe I'm in the minority. I don't think so though. But
no, the minority, it seems, are the people that like the show, like us. But anyway, getting back to it. After that, we go to the back to tank. We are taken into the past, and in the past, we see him riding a bantha.
Yes.
Like this.
In single file. Well, it's one of them, so I don't think you could have single file, but it's a single bantha. Yeah.
A single bantha. Man leaping with a single bantha. You ever seen a bantha leap? I don't think so.
No, I don't think they can.
But basically, they go into town. Yes, they go into town, and he is talking to the Pikes because they were supposed to arrange a deal. So he's coming to collect payment. But the Pike tells him, well, the biker gang that you saw in episode 1 for like 2 minutes, they are saying they're going to protect us now. So I'm not going to pay both of you. You understand. And
makes sense.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Boba's thinking he's going to handle that. But then he goes back and sees smoke in the distance. The Tusken Raider camp has been totally decimated, destroyed. And not just the men, but the women and the children too.
That's right. See, the whole thing is it's making you think that it's the other gang that does this. It's really just Anakin Skywalker.
That's right, Anakin's revenge.
He just came back and he decided to massacre another tribe of sand people.
It's understandable.
Very understandable. The banthas seems a bit much. All the dead banthas. It's really a little depressing. But
bantha lives matter, Zach. And this is what we do. the biker gang did not get the memo.
No, they did not.
But that is pretty much where it ends, with him on a bantha again and him staring.
Very short dream sequence, very short flashback sequence, which I am actually a fan of.
Because then he's torn out of his back to tank by
you said it earlier.
Chrysanthemum.
There you go.
Yes, he is a big old black furred Wookiee, and he is beating Boba to a pulp because he was caught unawares, and well, he's a big Wookiee, and Wookiees are dangerous folks.
I'm actually surprised they didn't show him trying to rip someone's arms out of their sockets.
That's true. He did try to give him the big hug, the big Wookiee hug.
Yeah, I think
the Wookiee
bit one of the Gamorreans in like the throat too. Like he went for the jugular.
Yeah, because
he's just taking on all challengers.
As it looks like it's about to come to an end, you can hear the cracking of his back. That's when the punk kids come in. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, those punk kids. Yeah, they come in. They're like swinging their little Star Wars switchblades.
Rhaegar, this is all post the Sarlacc, and it didn't really digest him. It digested the stormtrooper, but not him.
Yeah, they actually show the digestion or the trying to digest scene, which is actually really cool.
In the
That's
first
probably one of my that's one of my favorite scenes of the whole show so far.
But that's when they get to a moment. Finnick Shan finally comes out, and they drop the Kristiansen into the pit.
Yes.
And there's nothing down there, so just after that, they're able to take a breath, and he says, I'm going to have to respond in kind because they're eating dinner. And he's wondering how is he going to deal with the twin huts. But that's when the droid 8D8, I think, comes in and says, Master, the twins have a gift for you. And so they go head out back, and what do they see but the twins? They're there.
Sitting there on their dipping litter. Those
Parapet, something like that.
Those poor guys that have to carry it.
But then what do we see? The gift. Because they did try to kill him, and Kristiansen failed. They said that they lied. They do not have claim over Jabba's territory. It was promised by the wimpy mayor to another. That's what we're now.
Yeah, another.
And the gift is a new Rancor. Yay! Yeah. So after that, Boba tries to give the Wookiee back to the twins, and they're like, no, you can just sell him back to the gladiators. There's no need to give him to us. He failed. Bye. Just a small side note. There has been a Jedi hut before. We don't talk about him.
No.
He kind of went to Dagobah and went crazy.
We never speak of that again. Or the Dexter Jetster alien guy who was a Jedi. Yeah. He was a racist.
Yeah, we don't deal with that.
Yeah.
The only racists we're dealing with are the people that are racing on the speeder bikes.
Hey, good segue.
Hey, though we call those racers, and they're of all different sizes and shapes and colors.
Mainly red, yellow, green, and blue.
Yes, but as I was saying, the twins leave, and Boba isn't sure about that. So he frees the Wookiee and says, listen, don't work for a bunch of assholes. Don't do it.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then they go pay a visit to the mayor. But they're stopped.
No, because first isn't he in the Rancor pit first, and he with the trainer, and he's like, I want to bond with and I want to ride this. Is that first?
That is first. You're right. They bring the Rancor into the pit, and they do a whole bit where they remove the eye covers because he's a calf, and the first human he sees, he imprints on.
It's very much that scene where there's like a dad who doesn't want to get a dog, and then the dad is like the most for the dog person in the house. That's pretty much what happened here. It's like Boba Fett just got a dog, and he's like, "Who's a good boy?"
It and hears that about the witches of Dathomir who would ride Rancors, and he's like, "What? I want to ride a Rancor!" And Danny Trejo, who is the trainer, says, "All right." And so it seems that he's going to spend some more time as he's like patting under the eye, and that's the spot that the dog likes, the Rancor likes.
So interesting point. I was talking to my brother because he says at some point he's like, "Why can't I ride this? I've ridden beasts 10 times this size."
The holiday special.
That's what my brother said. He's like, the holiday special is canon now.
Pain. That's what the holiday special is. Yes. But I knew about that. I realized that. I said it myself after staring, and he said it. And I was like, "Oh crap!" But anyway, that's when 8D8 comes in and says, "Hey, the mayor's office isn't available for about 20 days. Sorry, his schedule's full." And Boba doesn't accept that.
No.
So he and Finnick go over, and you see the wormy Twi'lek guy, and he's like, well, maybe I can squeeze you in on the schedule if you need to see him that badly. He goes into the mayor's room and locks the door.
Mm-hmm.
They unlock it, but he's already gone. Why? Because they go out front and he's racing off in one of the land speeders. So they get on his crew, and that's when you get to see them in their full colorful glory. That his crew of punk kids get on their speeder bikes and chase after him through Tatooine. They totally cause havoc, ruin water that was slaved over.
Multiple vendors in the marketplace curse their names now.
Yeah.
It is actually a really cool scene. The scene itself is actually really, really well done. Yeah. You see, like, them trying to use their...
just can't get over the colors. It's okay.
The colors just bother me. But it is cool seeing them use their different droid parts to, like, try to dismantle the guy's speeder. So that was kind of cool.
I could use a droid leg that can stab things.
I know, right?
I could use any kind of legs, though.
Like, why would you be a gangster? If you had a robot leg, you could go play the Star Wars version of soccer and make a killing.
Well, that's probably how I got in trouble. A killing. But anyway, they end up getting to him, and he just fully admits, like the worm he is, it was the Pikes! He's with the Pikes! That's where the mayor is! And one of the punk kids go off, and they see him arrive on a major ship shuttle.
Yeah, like a Starliner or something. It's really funny because this one guy, he's got like a droid eye. And so he's on the communicator, and Boba's like, keep an eye on him. Oh, wait, no, that's just an expression. And the kid's like,
it's just an expression. And the guy says, oh, it's okay, man. I paid a lot for this eye. I'm proud of it.
That was funny. I got a kick out of that.
I agree. But then he looks at Finnick, and she says, they want war. And Boba basically says, we'll give it to him. And that's where the
end credits.
Yep. And we are only 3 episodes into the show.
Is it 3
usually
left to go,
I would
4?
3.
Okay, yeah.
Usually I would expect this to be, well, closer towards the end, but we have 4 more episodes.
It's very twisty and turny. I'm expecting that the sanctuary owner is probably going to be like a come out of nowhere. Like maybe she's brokering deals between the Pikes and the mayor. I don't know. I'm expecting the sanctuary people to have more involvement. But
probably. I imagine so.
There's still a bunch. Like, I have questions about this mayor guy. You know, will Chrysanthemum, will he show up again? If he shows up, will Dr. Aphra show up? Because that's why he's big in the comic books, is he's normally accompanies Dr. Aphra. At least when I was reading the Star Wars comics, that was the case. I don't know if it still is, but
no, I'm very excited to see where this all goes. But until then, all we can do is speculate. Overall, with the show itself, I thought it was very good. I think this show overall is very good. And you're going to find a lot of people that try to beat it down. I've seen on the interwebs. Zach has been banned from part of the interwebs, so he doesn't have to go through it.
I have. I try to bring, I try to put good words out there where I am not banned. But
yes, but sadly, I am the only fighter there. It seems. But this is really a good show. It's definitely worth a try. It's an interesting take. It's not one that I would have expected for Boba Fett, but I am very happy with how we're going.
I don't mind it. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm enjoying it a good bit. It still has that Western feel to it. Some people might not like that it takes place entirely on Tatooine, especially after Mandalorian, where he's like jumping from planet to planet. But I think it works with the story.
I'm sorry. I just don't think I'd be as interested in a show that's just him going off planet to planet, shooting things for money. We already had that with The Mandalorian, but that had deeper meaning. The character grew. And there's a way of telling stories, and I can like John Wick very often. Yeah, I can watch a John Wick movie at any time, but John Wick in space is not enough to warrant a complete series to me.
I think that it's a very interesting evolution of the character too. Because you see him, he goes from. I mean, it's the next inevitable ring of the ladder, right? You start out as a bounty hunter lackey for a crime lord, and then you become the crime lord himself. So I think it's a natural step of character growth and evolution. So.
But now we're just going to have to wait and see where it goes. There's still 4 more episodes left, and we will be here to review them all. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to comment your thoughts on the show. If you like it, let us know. If you don't, let us know why. We're open to anything.
We won't chase you off unless you like the different color speeders.
Yes. Tell us your favorite color speeder in the comments below. Zach will go ahead and then rate it.
Ah!
Yeah.
There'll be like little emojis of sand people just like raving and yelling.
That will be Zach.
That would be me.
Then make sure to also like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And check out the Ko-Fi. We post a lot of videos where we're doing readings, and books cost money, so go ahead and check those out, please. But other than that, there's nothing left to really say other than thank you one last time, and bye!
Oh, we need to get Joe's.
No.